Feels really good right now, man. It's been a long time. Somebody said it's been almost a year, and I told them it feels like 10 years, you know. But I'm excited for our kids tonight. They've played hard. We have challenged them and worked them over for three really hard, grueling weeks, and you know, tonight they get to celebrate, you know, and have a good time on homecoming.
Yep. Obviously, you know, you guys scored, I think, 6 offensive plays. You guys had 21-0 lead. How impressive is that you guys were able to score not only a lot but score that quickly?
Yeah, it was great, man. I was proud of our offense, the way they executed. First of all, you know, Braxton came out and ran the ball really well. We were very efficient on offense. You know, almost too efficient. I mean, we played a lot of defensive plays in the first half because our offense was. You know, but we've talked about this a lot before. You know, sometimes it's 3 and outs, sometimes it's touchdowns, and we obviously like it better when it's touchdowns. But you know, it was a good night all around. We get a shutout on the board. The offense executed, and you know, that's what happens. You put some things together. We got a lot of work to do still.
At half, when we went into the locker room, the first thing you said to him was, "We're not done yet." Obviously, It was exciting to go in with, you know, but why was that important to you to say that to your guys?
Well, you know, we've not had to experience much success lately. I mean, you know, these guys, you know, when the last time we won a lot of games, these guys were sophomores and they weren't contributing a whole lot. So we felt like it was important to explain to them, and we talked about as a coaching staff that we've got to hold their hands and tell them, okay, here's what's next, and here's what's next, and here's what's next, and we need to make sure that we came out in the second half and played hard again and finished the game and didn't come out and leave this thing kind of undone.
How valuable was it to you to kind of get some of those number twos and experience late in the game?
It was good. I mean, we you know, there were really only a select group of guys that we wanted to make sure got into the game, and a couple of those are seniors. You know, Jeremy Varnum, who works his rear end off every day in practice. He's a scout team running back, and I mean, he takes a beating as a scout team running back, and so we were real excited to get him in and get him some carries. And then Bruce Jackson is another senior that we wanted to, you know, honor those guys if we get the opportunity. And then there were some other guys that you know, really are kind of true twos that. You know, that they don't get a lot of time. They get a couple of plays here and there, but to let them go out and get, you know, 4, 5, 6 plays in a row, so we can evaluate them at a better game speed is important.
Now, you didn't get a lot of time to talk to your guys after the win, but what are you going to tell them tomorrow as far as when we look forward to the next game? Obviously, big win, but a lot more work to be done.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, there's a lot of times in this game. You know, we and it's the same pressures, but we brought the same, you know, probably I'll say 4 pressures defensively. We brought those over and over and over again in the first half. And we're not getting there. I mean, you know, we're not attacking the gaps. We're not attacking half a man. There's a lot of things to work on offensively. I mean, we're still getting our hands up in guys' faces, and you know, a lot of penalties. I mean, there's a lot of things to work on. So our message is that, you know, we're extremely excited and we're happy for them. But they've got to understand that we have to handle success the same way that we handle adversity, and that is that you have to go in and you look objectively, and you try to find mistakes and you work on those things.
Is this, you know, the start of something good, hopefully, with the district wins and stuff?
Well, I hope so. I mean, that's certainly the plan. We're gonna go to work. I mean, there's really not a lot that changes in terms of our attitude about how to go about practice. We'll still try to evaluate everything that we do over the course of this weekend and find out what things we need to be changing up next week. It's a difficult opponent next week.